Welcome back, Sam Bloom's Bulk Goods. So this very cheery video is, so I'm going to put a link to this video, this Guy Mcpherson video, and basically he's saying that human extinction is upon us within 10 years. And that is discomforting news, of course. Guy Mcpherson definitely in the camp of there's nothing to do. There's nothing we can, hope is irrelevant at this point. Technology is irrelevant at this point. Getting off the grid is irrelevant at this point. Whatever protesting is irrelevant at this point. Just it's not. It's going down. Ship is going down, and there's no lifeboats. So what can we do besides be good to each other in these final years or moments? And on many levels, it's hard to deny the evidence that Guy Mcpherson puts out there. It's it's pretty rock solid. The science. It's not just the science. It's it's all the bits of data, all the stories, everything. It's the big picture that you create out of all the the singular bits of data. And that's what Guy Mcpherson is really good at doing. Also Paul Beckwith to an extent. These guys are unafraid to basically paint a picture. Because most scientists, they really love to get wrapped up in like, well, here's this, data, and we're just going to talk about this data, and we're gonna box it off and put it in this little compartment, and we're going to say, well, this piece of data is certainly alarming, and then that's it. They won't go any farther. They won't, more and more climate scientists are starting to put a big picture together, But for years and years, we've just had the dry scientific, here's some peer-reviewed data, and we'll just look at it and we'll go, very interesting, and that's it. That's as far as they go. It's just really like not just scientific, but just unimaginative, just not, and not really following the data to a conclusion. That's, and that is the problem with, the only conclusion that we are allowed to make, or scientists are allowed to make in public is, well, things are going to look very different by the year 2100, or we can expect sea level rises to be somewhat significant by 2050, or, whatever. They make these kind of like bland, predictions, kind of just, that are a little hazy and they're far away, and, well, it's going to be 30, 40, 50, 60, 80 years from now. We're going to really have to worry about this, but guys like Guy Mcpherson and Paul Beckwith, they put the data together, and Sam Carana is another one. They put the data together, and they're like, this is not just bad. This is, this is it. We passed the point of no return a long time ago. We passed the point where we could actually do something, and here we are, possibly 10 years from extinction, and not only is nobody doing anything, nobody's even sounding the alarm. There's a handful of people, but on a public level, on a governmental level, nobody's sounding the alarm. The alarm that needs to be sound is like, oh my God, there's the equivalent of an asteroid coming towards Earth, and it's going to be here in less than 10 years. Are we going to take steps to counteract this asteroid, or what are we going to do about it? Are we just going to watch it come and enjoy the light show? That's basically what we're faced with. And you know, I don't know. I guess I'm still holding out some kind of hope. um, I've gone through all kinds of things in the last couple years. Like when I first started seeing this data, and I stumbled on Guy Mcpherson and stumbled on some other, Dar Jamal and some other people that were reporting on climate change. And when I first stumbled on the information, I was like, oh my God, we have to do something right now, right away. Or, oh my God, and then it starts setting in on you, like, that it's really difficult to do something about it, because you're in the process of like living and doing and living in the society and living in this paradigm, and everybody has to have a job, and everybody has to have money, and everybody has to have a bank account and a phone and a computer and a car and somewhere to go on an airplane, and a vacation time, vacation package. And we are in deep. We are so in deep in this system. It's hard to even see. It's hard to see outside of it. It's hard to even see around it. There's no, we are fully, we're mentally in it. That's the problem. Is like we are so thoroughly brainwashed that this is the way to live, that this is what we need to do, and this is how it goes, and this is how everybody else does it. And if you don't do it, what's wrong with you? That's brainwashing. We have been so thoroughly brainwashed that it's very, very difficult to even stop the simple knee-jerk things that people do every day. And I see it. I just go through my day, and I see people just buying random shit at the store, stuff you don't really need, but you think you need it, or just because you have money and you can, people who are conscious, environmentally aware people, and yet they just do the knee-jerk, like cultural, industrial things that we do every day without even thinking. You know what I mean? Like, it's just these knee-jerk. You can't stop yourself from doing it. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to go see my, family, back east. Yay, that'll be fun. But you don't. And everybody, because like, who would say I'm not going to go on this airplane trip because climate change? I'm concerned about the Earth, so I'm not going to go on this airplane. What are you, crazy? You're not going to go on this vacation with us because you're worried about climate change? What the hell is wrong with you? Are you okay? Yes, I'm okay. Like, I'm very okay. It's okay to say no. It's okay to, like, 90 degrees isn't that hot, people. 95 degrees, it ain't that hot. Like, people survived really, really hot weather, and their bodies acclimated and they got used to it. But we're just like, if it's anything over 85 degrees, people are like, oh my God, I'm burning up. I have to put on the AC. You don't have to put on the AC, you fucking weakling. You pathetic sheep of a person. Like, I'm sorry. I know I'm being really mean right now, but it's just a knee-jerk thing. Everybody, I'm demonstrating how we just respond like in these ways, it's culturally appropriate to just, well, this is what everybody does, I have to have, air conditioning. I have to have it. I must have it, because if it's over 85 degrees, how can I possibly function? You can function. You really can. People did it for thousands of years. They functioned and they lived entire lives. Nobody died. Well, everybody dies, but you know what I'm saying. Nobody died because it was a fucking 100 degrees outside. And they don't. They still don't. They're just a little uncomfortable. But we can't be uncomfortable at any time, because, we're above that. So, here's, just my little rant of, this is what, it's nobody's fault that this is the way it is, I'm not, if you're a person that needs to turn on the AC when it's 85 degrees, it's not necessarily your fault. You're conditioned because everybody else is doing it, and everybody has air conditioning and everybody has these things, and dishwashers are another ridiculous thing that just like everybody has to have a dishwasher and everybody has to use a dishwasher. Why? Why do you have to do that? You just do it. You just knee jerk fucking do it. You don't wash your goddamn dishes in the sink like everybody did for thousands of years. Your dishwasher actually doesn't work that well. If you let's equate a dishwasher to a washing machine, that washes clothes. If you had to get your clothes mostly clean before you put them in the washing machine so that they could be washed by the washing machine, you'd be like, what is this technology? But yet everybody uses a dishwasher. Again, like sheep. We must do it. We must use this dishwasher, this piece of technology that we've had. Well, we bought it. Well, we have to use it. Or somebody gave it to us. We have to use it. Our house came with a dishwasher. We must use this dishwasher. You don't have to use it. It's okay. I'm allowing you. You don't have to use a dishwasher. You don't have to turn on the AC when it's 85 degrees outside. You don't have to go on an airplane trip. You don't have to. You can opt out. It's okay. I know, people are going to look at you like you're really strange. Guess what? You can feel, just take solace in the fact that, maybe you know a little more than other people do. And, whatever. Being superior by knowledge might carry you through. I don't know. I don't even know if it works for me. But human extinction in 10 years, what does that look like? It doesn't mean, this is another interesting thing that guy says is like, if we're extinct in 10 years or even 20 years, it's not, let's say it's 10 years. So let's say 2026. It's not that like we're going to be extinct in the year 2026. That means that like on the way there to 2026 is, what is it going to look like? You know what I'm saying? Like if you get cancer and your prognosis is, you have a year to live. It's not that you expire in a year, but on the way to expiring in that year, what does that look like? It doesn't look very pretty. Unfortunately, that's just the truth of it. It does not look pretty. So if human extinction is upon us in 10 years, it doesn't mean we have 10 years to live how we're living. It means we possibly have a couple of years to live how we're living. And then things start, devolving very quickly. And that's probably the truth of it, unless some kind of miracle, unless we have some kind of amazing, instantaneous, conscious awakening. I don't know. Or unless we have some kind of like magical technological breakthrough, or aliens come and they vacuum up all the carbon out of the air and they save us. that could happen, sure. So come on, aliens. Come on, something. It's my good thought for the day. Take it easy, y'all.